Hello, everybody. Hey, it's Ken Faulkner. It's coming to the end of my weekend, Sunday evening, afternoon. Just want to get a quick video out. This is one that I talked about quite a while ago. If you look back, I'm going to link the video. And it was my Tucson collection. And I had a bunch of Tucsons. At the end, I was showing this one because this one came from Tim's School of Fish. He gifted me this knife, and it was really cool. It was very nice of him, definitely. But you know how we're all like this, right? I mean, we all have knives that well, not necessarily knives, but we like certain types of knives. Some people like the real blingy stuff. Some people like the Damascus, beautiful. And I'll be honest with you, just completely honest with you. I love those knives. I love stuff like this with the fat carbon. You know, I definitely love that kind of stuff. This one even has a little bit of carbon fiber. It looks cool. But when it came into me, it was anodized, and it was clear from looking at the way it was shown on websites selling it that didn't originally come that way. So I was all excited about the fact, I'm going to go ahead and take off the anodize on this knife. I'm going to do this modification, and I got to tell you, to be completely honest, I'm probably one of the laziest knife reviewers on YouTube because I have these great plans and all these things that I want to do, and I'm all excited about doing them, and then I will just put it off and put it off and put it off and put it off. I am a procrastinator. I mentioned that before. Anyhow, on the thumbnail, I basically took because I forgot to take a picture before I did the removal, but I took a screenshot off of the original video showing how it was anodized. And I know that some of you out there, there's going to be a lot of people out there that said, hey, it was better before. But everybody's got their personal opinion, and everybody's got their personal likes and dislikes. And I particularly, on this one in particular, liked what it looked like originally. So I thought it would be a good opportunity to. I looked on YouTube. There's a couple different ways, a couple different types of things that you can use. Danger Poison to get rid of this from Rust-Oleum. It's like I haven't heard that name in a long time. It's called Wink Rust Stain Remover. It seems like it's mainly for getting rust stains off of sinks. Where there's like a steel with the ceramic on top or whatever. So this stuff is good for getting rid of those kind of stains. And on YouTube, they're saying that this is a way that you can get the anodize off a knife. And so anyway, the process was that I took it apart. Obviously, it's got the carbon fiber. I didn't want to have anything in there that I didn't want to remove anodize from. So there's a steel insert there in the lock bar. Obviously, taking the scales off and all that. And then when you take this apart on the back side of the scale, there's little screws that hold in this one big piece of carbon fiber. And you can see it goes all the way across. On both sides it does, but this side is kind of hidden a little bit by the clip. But yeah, you take that apart. I left the anodize. I think the anodize was original from with the the pivot collars were originally anodized from the original knife. But yeah, it looked really easy on YouTube. For me personally, it was a lot more difficult than I expected, but it wasn't major. It wasn't too bad, and it didn't turn out perfect. If you look at it kind of up close and personal, you can see these little darker spots in here. And the clip was the main thing where the anodize was kind of wearing off here on the clip. It's probably because it's going in and out of a pocket type thing. People are grabbing it all the time. And you can still see a little bit of unevenness to the way it looks. But any case, I dipped it in. Some people said, "Oh, it only takes a couple seconds," and you put it in there, and you gotta make sure you're in a ventilated area and wearing rubber gloves and all that kind of stuff. So make sure if you ever do it, make sure you read all the instructions and maybe check out a couple videos like I did. And anyway, so the clip was in there, the two scales, and what else did I have? Oh, the backspacer. The backspacer. And you can see the backspacer is kind of a little rough. Definitely rough. So it doesn't look like some bright and shiny brand new knife. But I kind of like it. I mean, I use my knives. I don't mind if they get scratched up. And I kind of think it looks a little distressed kind of look. Kind of like it's like an old knife that's been around for a while. It's definitely not even. Definitely not, great. My first time doing it, if I did more of this kind of stuff, I would probably be better at it. But I ended up putting it in for 2 minutes, and then it still had the anodize on. Not 2 minutes, sorry, 2 seconds. They say you put it in there, it starts bubbling right away. It's chewing on it. It's doing stuff with it. I think the clip came off fastest. The scales have like a milling in there, so it took much longer there. And so I ended up putting in for longer and longer and longer. I don't know if eventually it'll damage it if you leave it in there for too long. And really, at the end of it, there was still anodize on there. I just said, forget it. I'm not going to do anymore. And it just is what it is. But then I got a wire brush and I started working on it a little bit. And maybe I'll do some more later to try to polish it up or whatever. Use some metal polish. But with the wire brush, I was able to get most of the color off. You can see inside everything. Funny story, when I was taking it apart, every knife is like a different adventure when you take it apart. I guess some of them are kind of just generic and the same, but then this one's got these standoffs that go through the backspacer. It's pretty common. And I unscrewed it from one side. I can't remember which side it is. I think it's probably the clip side. The screws came out, and I put them over to the side. And then the other side, I couldn't get the screws to come loose from the backspacer or from the standoff. Eventually, I figured out that the standoff and the screw itself are integral, and they're one piece of material. So I'm like grabbing onto it with some pliers, trying to break it loose. I even put some heat on it, thinking there was some Loctite in there. Turns out it's only a piece of metal. So that's kind of funny. I've had quite a few little adventures like that. This is the Tucson TS306. And it's a very cool knife. And, it was definitely a good knife as it was, but I kind of like it better now. And it's kind of almost like when you do a little thing, even changing out scales or whatever on a knife, you kind of feel like you kind of personalized it, made it your own. I mean, obviously, this is more like what it was when it first came in. I mean, when it first was bought. But I kind of feel like, hey, I did a little something, to it myself. It's a little more personal. Cool knife. I love the size. And in the video, I'm sure it was a while ago. It was before Blade Show, and I thought I was going to maybe do it even before Blade Show. I was going to do this, but I got this stuff probably month and a half, maybe 2 months ago. I don't know, long time ago. I've had it for a while, and it just sits there. And then finally, I got a weekend like this where I have a couple knives on order that I've been waiting for them to come to me. One of them is coming from China, and I'm looking at the tracking on it, and it just says we have the information on the knife, and that's all I got. It's not moving. It's in Hong Kong, I guess. Maybe it hasn't actually gone to DHL yet, but it's just, I don't know when it's going to come. So I'm just going to, it's almost like a pre-order. It's like you don't know when it's going to come exactly. So I'll let it just sit, and sometimes those things tend to like sit and sit and sit, and all of a sudden it's here. But we'll see. So in the meantime, I went and ordered one from Amazon, which is supposed to come today, but it hasn't shown up yet. But anyway, so in the meantime, I thought I'd do this. I did this yesterday, and I'm pretty happy with it. I mean, it's not pristine for sure, but it's a great knife. I like the look of it better like it is. And I feel like I did try something, and I feel like I need to try and do more of this kind of stuff. I know I've done a one writ die. Need to do more of that kind of stuff. Yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of things that you can do, and the thing is that there's people out there that do amazing, like the anodizing, like Stella from Stella's Knife Obsession, does great stuff. Dopey, you ever see him? I don't know if he has a YouTube channel, but he does amazing anodizing. So all these guys are like so impressive, and you think, oh man, I would love to be able to do that. But then, for me at least, I try to do it, and it's not as easy as it looks. So I think it really takes a lot of time and practice to be able to do that quality work. But anyway, I'm a little excited about it. I just want to share it with you. It's going to be a fairly quick one for me, even though it's like almost 12 minutes now. But that's it. No other knives to show, just this one, and it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. If you want to check out the way it looked before, the video I'm going to link shows a whole bunch of knives. If you want to just skip to the end, this is going to be the last one that I show on it. So you guys, I hope you guys, if you catch it this weekend, hope you have a good week or whenever you see it. Much love to you guys. Thank you so much, and I'll see you on the next one.